right, hello, welcome. My name is Sucha, and this is going to be a 45-minute movement fusion class. So movement fusion is really a balance of different types of movement that we're bringing together, focused on really elevating your heart rate in different ways, increasing your strength, and allowing you to feel complete decompression of your body. A lot of times there are different movement modalities where we're focusing on one thing. Maybe it's all strength, maybe all resistance, or all stretching, but we're not able to get all of that into just one efficient practice where it's still going to feel like you've had an amazing workout and your body's not in pain. I also want to talk about the term mobility. So we hear this term a lot. It's not necessarily flexibility where your muscle is able to stretch to the furthest extent for you possible. That's when you're flexible. But for mobility, that's when you're able to move without pain or more ease of movement. So we're really going to focus on movements that are mobilizing your body to move fluidly. And when you're able to move fluidly, your blood is flowing amazingly through you and you just feel completely more relaxed. You don't have any stagnant energy in your body, and that completely has such a huge impact on how you're going about your day because you've unlocked all these other blockages in your body. We also talk about the chakras a lot, and this can really allow you to activate so many parts of your body centers and storages of energy. So doing all of these movements really brings you into your power, but allows you to find your groundedness, allows you to find your peace as well. So we're just gonna start. You can sit crisscross or you can sit on your knees, and we're just gonna take a few deep breaths in and out and start by just really trying to lengthen upwards. So you're inhaling, maybe squeeze your shoulder blades up towards your ears, roll them back, and you can do that 2 more times. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades up, roll them back, and 1 more time. Inhale, squeeze up, exhale. And with your hands on your thighs, maybe you have them grounded down or you have your palms facing up, whatever is really just calling to you here. And start to just tap into your breath. Allow yourself to relax your jaw, relax your neck. If you're feeling like you're really putting in effort to hold it up, just let yourself tip your head back, maybe slightly, or forward. And we're going to be using our core strength a lot. So continue breathing here. And when we talk about our core is not just our abs or our abdominal muscles. Our core is literally the core center of the body. So that includes your glute muscles, your abs, your chest, your back, even your shoulders, and everything that's keeping everything together so that your extremities or your arms, your hands, your legs, your neck that's attached has a solid core foundation. So feeling your entire core here, I want you, maybe you can even place a hand on your stomach, place a hand on your chest, and start to breathe in through your belly, breathe in through your chest, and gently out through your mouth. And start to feel all of these different muscles activate here. Start to relax into your back and notice yourself engaging your back muscles. If you feel a dip in your lower back or a curve, start to squeeze your stomach in and then allowing yourself and that core to support your lower back foundation. So you're really staying stable here. This is your foundation. This is the strength that you have in the center of your body that's going to be allowing you to bring that power into all of the different exercises that we're going to be doing today. Take 2 more breaths. Allow yourself to rise up a little bit taller. Exhale, let it go. And 1 more. Inhale, big inhale, fill up your lungs. And exhale, let it go. Gently start to open up your eyes. We're gonna start in a tabletop pose. So in your tabletop, you want your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and really important here, a lot of times we add a lot of weight into our wrists, so we wanna relieve that tension here. And again, we're going to use our core to really support ourselves and squeeze here. As you're here, you're gonna start bringing your fingertips towards you, just relieving any tension of the wrist, and start to gently melt forward and back. And you can see how the further back you tilt, the more of a stretch in your wrist you have. Do that 2 more times. And then 1 more. All right. Here in your tabletop pose, just take a second to really stabilize here. You can even close your eyes and just take a second. Breathe in and out here. Relax your neck. Squeeze the core in. And then we're gonna do a few knee circles here to really open up the hips. So keeping the core in tight, take the right knee, and then the heel's gonna come into your glute, and take a big circle. You're just isolating the hips here. 5 circles clockwise, and then 5 circles counterclockwise. You can take it at your own pace, reversing the direction if you haven't already. So really just isolating the hip here, squeezing the core in. Bring that knee down, and then other side here. So heel comes into the glute, isolating the hip, big circles to one direction, and big circles to the other direction. You might feel any kinks, and just allow yourself to really work through them here. We're gonna take a child's pose, so knees come out wide, toes touching. Reach your hands forward and then hips back. Really feel that full stretch. Spread your fingertips out wide. Allow your forehead to completely relax down on the ground. Coming back to the breath here, as you inhale, fingertips reach forward, and as you exhale, hips relax back into your heels. So it should feel kind of like a nice ripple here. Inhale, fingertips come forward. Exhale, hips come back. Keeping your hands exactly where they are, knees where they are. Squeeze your core a lot, and then bring your entire hips, your back, chest forward, coming into a seal pose. So here, instead of sinking into your shoulders, I want you to use your chest, use your triceps, tip back, coming into a back bend, and you're opening up through your chest, bringing your head and toes closer to each other. As you exhale, back into a child's pose. So you can continue this dynamic flow right here. Inhale as you expand your chest, bring it open. Exhale, hips back, child's pose. We'll do that 3 more times. Inhale forward, allow your entire body to activate here. Exhale back. Inhale, breathe in, pull the shoulder blades away from the ears. Exhale back. Last time here, inhale, bring it open. And as you exhale back into your tabletop pose. From your tabletop, we're coming into a downward facing dog. You can always stay in your tabletop if this is a lot for you. So in your downward facing dog, knees are bending one and then the other. Completely relax the back of your neck here. Relax your jaw. All right, right foot comes all the way up, toes facing down, keep your hips squared, and you're stepping the right foot right outside of your right hand. So we're coming into a little bit of a lunge movement. You want your knee aligned over your ankle. Take that right hand all the way up and make some circles with your hand one direction and then the other. Hand comes down. Stay here, start to open through your chest. This should feel a really deep stretch in your hip here. Breathe in, and then come back into a plank pose. Here in your plank, take a deep breath in, and exhale. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So focusing on your Ujjayi breath here, that's when you're inhaling and exhaling in and out through your nose, and you're really feeling that breath coming in from your core. Now left foot steps out of left hand, and then again, aligning the knee over the ankle. And this time, left hand comes all the way up, make some circles in one direction, and circles in the other. Left hand comes back down. Staying really grounded here. Start to move your chest forward, open up, and getting even deeper into your hips. Back, leg, and knee is firm and grounded. Come back into your plank here. Back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. So we're gonna come into a little bit of a primal style movement. Just like a child's pose, your hips are gonna come back, but knees are gonna stay hovering off the ground. Come forward into your plank. So we're gonna repeat this for about 20 reps here. So continue like that here. I'm gonna do it from a side angle so you can see me here. So squeeze everything. Opening up the hips, knees are out to the side. And you have that for about 5 more. Here for 4, here for 3, here for 2, and here for 1. Okay, walk your feet up to your hands, coming into a forward fold. So feet kind of be about hips width distance apart. And then let yourself just hang really heavy. You can grab for opposite elbows if that feels good for you. Shake out your head a few times and rock side to side. Come back to your breath if your heart rate feels elevated here. If you hold on to any neck tension, take your fingers, interlace them behind your head, and really allow your head to hang even heavier. Hands come down, feet swivel out just a little bit, toes facing out, heels in, and we're coming into a primal squat. So here, this is a deep squat. Your heels are coming closer to the ground, and then your hands can be here for balance, or you can bring your elbows into your knees. So this is probably one of my favorite poses I hang out in, but primally, this is actually how we're meant to sit and kind of hang out. The way we sit in a chair or more of a 90-degree angle, it actually causes more tension and compression in our lower back. So whereas this stretch can really decompress the spine. So take a few seconds here, push your elbows out, opening up through the chest, maybe close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and feel it in your belly. All right, so placing the hands back down, we're gonna come back into a high plank here. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and then we're gonna go knee taps. So taking this slow, you can point your toes, bring one knee to elbow or even tricep, hold and squeeze without holding your breath, and then bring it back. So butt is squeezing down, shoulders are stable over the wrists, and you're just alternating one knee to elbow and other knee to elbow. This should feel a lot of abdominal compression here to really work out the core and the entire body. We'll go 10 more. Here for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 more. Here for 4, finishing up your last 3. Here for 2, here for 1. You can shoot your hips back. Take a child's pose. If you want to relax your shoulders a little bit more, take your arms behind you and droop your shoulder blades down. Relax your forehead to the ground. Deep breathing. Always come back to your breath to kind of create that equilibrium, that balance in your body. Bring your hands back and forward. And then this time, use your shoulder, your tricep, your chest strength to bend your elbows back and gently come all the way down. Hands come out to the side. You can tent your fingertips, push the tops of your feet into the ground. And as you inhale, you're lifting up your chest, breathe in. And exhale down, do that 2 more times. Inhale, breathe in and open. Open through your chest, squeeze everything, exhale down. Once more, tops of the feet still pressing into the mat. Breathe in and exhale, back down. Okay, activating the back a little bit more. So your arms are gonna come out in front of you, and just like a cobra pose, your thumbs are gonna be facing up here, and then push the tops of the feet into the ground. As you inhale, you'll come up like a cobra, but your arms are gonna swing behind you. So inhale, bring it all the way up, squeeze back, hold, and exhale, breathe and bring it back down. We're gonna do that a few more times. Inhale, breathe in and squeeze up. Exhale, bring it down. So we're gonna go 15 actually. So deep breath in and out to neutralize, and then get prepared. You're gonna push through this. So inhale up, squeeze, exhale down. Inhale up and down. Open through your chest, keep squeezing your quads, push your feet into the ground. I like to close my eyes to really get into the zone and focus on this movement. We have 10 more here, so focus on pulling the shoulders away from the ears, squeezing back. Thumbs are up the entire time, even as you bring your arms out. So this is really going to help with the mobility that we talked about in your shoulders. You're squeezing the triceps, opening through the chest. Just a few more here. Breathe in and open. We have 5. Keep your neck relaxed. So I like to look down at the ground just in front of me so I can still maintain that alignment with my neck all the way down to my spine. Let's do our last 3 here. Breathe in. Should be feeling this by now. 2 more. And 1 more. Breathe in and squeeze. Bring it down. And then you can just bring your arms by your side. Bring one cheek down to the ground. Take a deep breath in and out, releasing any air. You can open your mouth for these breaths, and then we'll later come back to the Ujjayi breath where we're keeping our mouth closed. And just bring your head over to the other side, just to get an opposite side neck stretch. Okay, hands come back front, and then we're coming back into a tabletop position. All right, so a little bit of leg glute mobility here. What you're gonna do, you're gonna bring the right leg back behind you, really straight leg, toes facing down. So it's not about how high your leg is, but you definitely do need to keep your leg straight for this movement. You're gonna open up your hip and bring the leg out to the side while keeping your entire mid-body centered, and then squeeze, bring it back. So we're gonna do that for 9 more times. Bring the leg over to the side. It's like you're pushing a wall out to the side with your leg, and bring it back. So keep pushing. Again, you're really opening up the hips here and increasing the mobility this way. Breathe and open. And all the way back. Try to get that leg straighter. You're really squeezing a lot of muscles here, so it's definitely a challenging one, and your glute might be on fire here. We just have about 4 more here. Breathe in, push the wall out. Keep squeezing. Take it slow. 3. 2 more. Push, push, push with your heel, like you're really pushing something out to the side. Last one, hold here, and slowly bring it back, and bring it back down behind you. Take a neutralizing child's pose in the middle here. And we have the other side, so you know how this goes now. Left foot really pushes out behind you, toes facing down. Straighten out the leg, and now you're opening up the hip to the side. One side might feel a little bit different, and that's why I love these isolation exercises, because they can really bring to light any imbalances that allows you to gain more awareness of your body to work on. Few more here. Keep pushing that out, and you're really just isolating the left glute this time and squeezing with the left leg. It's like you're pushing a wall out to the side every single time. We have 4 more. Take these really slow. Concentrate on the movement. 3 more. Use your core every time to keep your entire body straight in line, keeping your arms straight, Shoulders over wrist. Last one. Keep squeezing out to the side. Body might be shaking right now. And bring it down. All right, take one more child's pose. Deep breath in and out here. And then we're gonna get into the side obliques and core even more. As you can tell, it's a very core focused class. So we're coming down to our forearms and coming into a plank here. So with this, you never want your butt hiked up. You always want it in line with your body. And then elbows are in line with your shoulders. Now here, hips come from one side and then to the other. So you really have to squeeze your core so much that your body is able to move from one side to the other. We have about 15 more, so keep squeezing everything to the center. Awesome, keep going just like that. Really focused here. Let's do 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can take a child's pose and bring your arms to the side, just like a little turtle, and relax your head down. Neutralizing breaths to bring you back into your balance here. Keep breathing. You have 2 more breaths just right here. All right, coming all the way down to your belly once more. We're doing a variation of the back strengthening exercise we did before. So this time hands are out in front of you straight, and it's just like a lat pull down if you're familiar at the gym. So feet still pressing down into the ground, chest is up and open, you're pulling the shoulders away from the ears, and this time you're reaching the hands forward, just like a Superman, and pulling them back. So elbows are coming close to your waist, just like you're pulling something down, and then bring it back. We have 15 of these. So inhale, squeeze, exhale, push. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, push. Keep pushing the tops of your feet into the ground. Open through your chest. Relax the back of your neck to neutralize. Breathe in and exhale out. Inhale, exhale. Let's do about 10 more. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, push out. So you're really isolating your back, especially when you're in prone position or have your belly down on the ground. Imagine you're pulling something back and pushing it out. Let's do our last 5 here. Exhale out. 4. And push out. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And exhale out. All right, take a second here. We can do a nice tricep stretch. So you can just be down here laying down, but your elbows can come on the ground. Take your hands behind you and palms come together. All right, hands gently come down. We're gonna come and do just a little bit more upper body. So this one's really fun. You're gonna start your first variation in a tabletop pose just to get used to the movement. So what that's going to look like is your core is really tight and you're squeezing your triceps a lot to bring your elbows down and bring them back up. So elbows come down and back up. So you're really just priming the muscles here before the full movement. So remember, you want to keep your shoulders aligned over your wrists as much as possible for this one, but you're just isolating the triceps, which are doing all of the push and pull strength. Now, for the full movement here, what you're going to do, you're going to come into a tabletop position, down dog position, and your hips are stretching all the way up. And from here, just like we did in tabletop, your elbows are coming down and up. And this might feel a lot more challenging, but you'll notice that the higher your hips are, then you're putting more weight into your arms, more resistance. So another modification, you can do one elbow down at a time. That's still going to be a lot here, but it can be a little bit more progress towards both elbows down at the same time.
So we're gonna do about 5 more here. So really pay attention to your breath, your movement. Your entire body has to work simultaneously together here to bring the elbows down and back up. We got 2 more and 1 more. All right, knees come down and just come to a seat here. Take a few deep breaths to just neutralize, bring everything back into balance. Bring one hand down, nice big lateral stretch over to the side. You can bend into the elbow here. Bring everything back to center, and then other side, big stretch over to the side. And back center, let's do that one more time each side. Big stretch over to one side. Other side, big breath in, stretch over. Back to center. All right, interlace your fingertips together and then really dome out your belly in and then open up through your back, your shoulders. Allow your head to relax down. And gently come all the way up. A little bit of a neck stretch here. Take your hands, interlace them behind your head. Hug your elbows in and just allow your chin to come to your chest. So big release in the back of your neck here. Okay, slowly come up and then you can just open up your elbows, tip the other way, open, expand through your chest. Keep your belly in tight so you're supporting your lower back. And exhale, bring everything back down. All right, so getting into the core, a little bit more here before we work on a little bit of lower body. So we're gonna start in a reverse tabletop. Very important here, a lot of time in core exercises, people bring their knees in, but when you bring your knees in, you're releasing any engagement you had of your core. So keep your knees aligned over your hips or maybe even further out and really squeeze the lower back into the ground a lot here. Crisscross your hands to opposite elbows, bring that to your forehead here. So keep your arms glued to your forehead, keep the lower back pushing in, and now you already might feel a lot of core engagement here, and then you're gonna start to try to bring your elbows towards your knees without bringing your knees closer to you. So your upper body and your core is the one that's really trying to squeeze up without using any momentum. We have 10 more. Keep breathing. 8, 7, make sure the arms are close to the forehead. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, knees come into chest. You can just rock it side to side to really massage out your lower back here. And then hands come all the way out to the side. Take knees over to one direction, big supine twist here. Open up through the chest, relax both shoulders down to the ground. I want you to feel super grounded here. And then squeeze your core to bring your knees over to the other side. So you're still working your core. Your entire body is flowing and moving together. Relax to the other side while you bring both shoulders melting down towards the ground. And feel that twist in your entire body and abdomen here. And slowly bring the knees up. And then you're gonna come up a little bit more here. So fingertips are facing you, and then feet are out. Start to bend into your elbows a little bit, and chest is gonna be facing up towards the ceiling. We're gonna do in and out crunches, so point your toes, and you're gonna squeeze back, elbows are touching the ground, and then squeeze everything together. So elbows touch the ground, and bring it together. We have 15 more here. Keep breathing. Maybe look up. That's going to help you really relax the back of your neck here. We just have 10 more. Here for 9, 8. Keep the core in really tight to protect your lower back. Just 5, 4, 3, knees pressing together, 2, and 1. All right, feet are gonna come out in front of you. If you can do a full seated forward fold, you can totally go for it. And then if you wanna kind of really relax the lower back, bend into your knees and just try to wrap around for your toes. Relax the back of your neck. Allow your entire body to really decompress here. 3 deep breaths in and out here. All right, hands come down. We're gonna come all the way up here. So make sure you have room here to really spread out. Feet are about hips width distance apart. You're gonna inhale your arms all the way up, and as you exhale, you're coming down into a squat, so you want your hips to be back. So inhale all the way up, and exhale, squeeze back. Keep going just like that. I'm doing it from a different angle, so as you inhale up, exhale, hips back, push into your heels, try to get a 90-degree angle with your legs, and you're really pushing into your heels every time, maybe even float your toes up to really activate the glutes that way. Very important, your stomach is in tight the entire time. Let's go 5 more. Pushing the knees out towards the side every single time. That's how you're activating your legs a lot here. 3, 2, and 1. All right, back into a forward fold. So relax here, and if it feels good, you can take your hands, interlace them behind your back, open up your chest, come back into that forward fold, bend your knees as much as you need to, and shake out your head. Release any air. All right, now in your forward fold, feet just come out wide. Take your hands out into a T, so halfway lift in your forward fold. One hand goes to opposite foot. As you come up, squeeze your glutes, everything up at the top, open through your chest, and then the other side. Squeeze everything at the top, open up, other side. We have this for 5 more. Push through the outer edges of your feet to really stabilize. Last 2, and 1. All right, so staying in this wide-legged, you're just gonna start to grab the outer edges of your feet, and if it feels good, you can start to bring the crown of your head closer to the ground, really getting into that full posterior chain backside stretch of your body. Hands come to center, and then heel toe the feet just a little bit closer. All right, so this is a fun one. What we're gonna do, so feet are gonna be pretty wide and toes facing out, maybe a little bit outside of your mat if you're using a mat. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna squat down, and then you're gonna turn to the side. So you're really mobilizing your hips here and coming to a side lunge, back into the center squat, and back into a side lunge on the other side. So we got this right here. We're going for a few here. So there should feel like there's constant tension in the legs the entire time. I like to keep my arms up by my face. It really reminds me to keep everything in tight. Let's do 5, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Okay, feet back together, and just take a second to ground. So all outside edges of your feet really grounded. Palms can be out, maybe roll your shoulder blades back. Open up your chest, keep the core in tight. Maintain that stability here. All right, inhale, arms come all the way up. You're gonna grab one wrist, so I'm grabbing my left wrist with my right hand, step the left foot back, and reach over to the side, big lateral stretch here. Bring it back to center. Now I'm grabbing my right wrist with left hand, right foot back, big side stretch here. Bring it back to center. All right, one of my favorite movements. This is called a Cossack squat. So feet are out wide, toes facing out. You're gonna come into a low squat on one side, squeeze up, and then come into the other. And what you wanna do, you wanna try to get your knee, hips, and everything aligned over that same foot, and then the other side. Another thing, you might have guessed it for this exercise, keeping your core in tight is really key because you don't want your entire body to fall over. You want to maintain a lot of strength and squeeze all the way over to one side and all the way over to the other side. So we got this for a few more seconds here. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, we'll do 2 more, and 1. All right, feet come back in together. Take a deep breath in, inhale, arms all the way up, and exhale, come into a flat back, and then all the way into your forward fold. Breathe in, maybe pedal out your knees, get more of a stretch. We're doing both of those one more time. So feet come out wider. We're coming into a squat and side lunge on each side. So in 3, 2, and 1, squat down, and then lunge to one side. Squat down, lunge to the other side. About 15 more. Keeping the gravity, the center weight in between, and all the tension into your glutes. Last 10. 9, 8, 7, last 6. Stay really centered here. You can keep your arms close, reminding yourself to keep everything in. Last 3, 2 more, and last 1. Woo! All right, one of my favorite stretches to really mobilize the hips. So you're gonna start by balancing on one foot. Inhale, one leg up. So this might already be a lot. If you'd like to focus on the mobility, open up your knee to the side and bring it down. We'll do that on the other side. So balance on one foot, knee up, open to the side, and back down. So you're just gonna alternate, and eventually it'll flow. So you're kind of just making a big circle with your knee. Try to keep your hips square towards the front. We'll do 6 more. 3, 2, and 1. Balancing out both sides if you need to. And we're coming into our Cossack squat. So feet out wide, toes facing out, knees in the same direction as the toes. Squeeze everything in really tight. We're going over to one side and then the other. So core in really tight. Keep the chest up. Big squeezes here. Here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 more. Here for 2, and here for 1. All right, take your hands out wide in that same wide-legged. And then you're gonna take your right foot, place it out. You can angle that left foot in. We're coming into a triangle pose. So right hand to right foot. You can use it as a little bit of a stand and bring that arm up, really opening up the hips here and opening up the chest and shoulder. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core to bring it all the way up. And just do the opposite. So switch your feet to the other side. And then tick-tock your hands, bring it all the way up. Open through your chest, keep the core in tight. You can look down, you can look up. Hand is just gently resting on the foot, and you're trying to align your arms in one line. Squeeze all the way up. All right, bringing everything back to center here. We're just doing a full body stretch with the emphasis on the core here. So what you're gonna do, inhale your arms all the way up. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, walk it out, and then you have variations of a push-up. You can do this on your knees, bring it down, or you can even release your hands down and push with all your strength, bring it back up. And of course, you can do your full push-up if you have that in your practice. We're doing tricep push-ups, so your elbows are squeezing back behind you, and everything is really squeezing together. Your elbows are, you're gonna feel them on your body. So instead of hands being at wide, you're just in a plank pose and dropping straight down, elbows pointing back, and bring it back up. So we have a few more like that. You're taking a big stretch as you come up, hinging at your hips and walking it out. Take a push up and come back. We have a few more here. So really feel like this is bringing everything together, but you're also really building up that heart rate, that strength here, and really working into the upper body and lower body. So we got about 5 more here. Just stay with it. Breathe in, hinge at your hips, feel that hamstring stretch. Walk it out, push up, and bring it up. All the way open, expand, hinge. Walk it out, push up, and bring it up. Inhale up, exhale, walk it out. Let's do 2 more. So stay really strong. You'll notice in your push-up, if you actually squeeze your glutes, squeeze your chest, squeeze your back, it becomes easier, and it's not just your wrist taking a bunch of weight. Let's do our last one. Breathe in, come all the way out. And all the way down. You can stay down here and take a second to relax, maybe shake it out. All right, coming into a Sphinx pose just to take everything back into balance. So arms are gonna be at a 90-degree angle, hands together, and you're almost like working your triceps and your shoulders in, and then really opening and pushing out with your chest, squeezing your core in so your lower back isn't taking anything. Push the tops of your feet into the ground. So here, just close off your eyes. Every time you inhale, try to expand your chest, draw your shoulder blades down, and exhale, let it go. 2 more, inhale, feel like you're lengthening up, just like an actual Sphinx. Just really envision that in your head that you are the Sphinx right now and feel that majesticness. And let's do 1 more inhale. And exhale. Take your hands in a diamond, and then you're just gonna place it in front of you and give your head a little bit of a rest. Flail your elbows out to the side, stretching out your triceps even more. All right, hands slowly come back to the center. We're gonna do one of my favorite back bend versions or poses. So it's gonna be a bow pose. You can start by just easing your body into it. So you bend right foot, right knee, take your right hand out. You can keep your hand in that same position for Sphinx and start to push into that hand and then work into the quad, work into your back, gently release. And then we're gonna do the other side. So using the right hand as a kickstand, left knee bends, open up and press. And exhale down. You can relax everything here, maybe coming back into that diamond headrest before we go into the full version here. Taking a neutralizing breath, you can come back up. And so now you're gonna relax your head down, let your chest come down. Your both hands are going to hook onto your feet, maybe the insides here, and squeeze everything together. So if your knees went out wide, bring them back together. Open through your chest. You might already feel like a nice stretch here. And as you inhale, you're gonna puff out your chest. Expand and push up. Try to bring your knees off the ground, chest off the ground, head and toes towards each other. So big squeeze. Maybe you even feel like you're rocking side to side or forward and back. And exhale, bring it down. We're gonna do 1 more. So stay keeping your hands on your feet. Inhale, bring it up. Maybe even go a little bit higher. Big breath in and exhale down. All right, relax everything here. This time you're actually gonna bring your hands all the way out wide, feet out wide here. Keeping your right hand down, you're gonna bend into your left foot, and then you can bring the left hand in, and then just take the left foot back around towards the right side. So you're deeply getting into the right side shoulder and chest. You can relax your head all the way down, and you can leave the left hand down, or you can try to reach for that back foot and kick into it here. Should feel like a really big chest shoulder opener. You're still getting a little mini back bend here. It's always nice to get out of a back bend instead of an immediate forward fold with a gentler back bend. Gently release. Both hands come to center, and this time you can bring both hands back out and then bring your right hand in, bend up the right foot, and right foot goes backwards towards the left. So now opening up the left side, chest, shoulder. Feel that twist in your body. Head is relaxed down. And either your right hand can stay down, or you can get into a deeper opening and grab for the back foot, kick into it, and really open up. And slowly bring everything back to center. All right, just a little bit more strength work here before we finish up. So what we did before is we were on our forearms and did a forearm plank with our hips side to side. This time we're gonna do knee taps. So this one is a really good one. What you're gonna do in your forearm plank, really squeeze the butt down and knees coming towards the triceps every time. So you're gonna feel everything working here. So knee taps, we're going for 20 here. Keep squeezing the butt down. Keep the chest up and elevated. Just here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a child's pose. You can do a little bit modified too to get a different type of back stretch. So your hips are gonna stay up, and then you're still reaching your hands forward, and chin is gonna come to the ground. All right, come all the way up, and then we're gonna flip over to our backs. Okay, so here, we're gonna do a little bit of a hip press situation, and it's also going to be really strengthening for the core and the glutes. So hands out to the side where they can come in to ground you down, pushing into your heels. Make sure your knees are pretty much aligned over your heels, and then maybe wiggle your shoulder blades back slightly. Start to engage your glutes, and then you're gonna squeeze up, squeeze your glutes a lot, and then don't let your chest and ribs flail out. You want to keep everything tight in, and then you're going back down. So squeeze up and back down. We have 10 more here. 10, 9, 8, 7, keep your chin tucked in. 5 more. Keep pushing your knees outward and keep pushing with your glutes. Last 3, 2 more, and 1. All right, so now we're gonna go to opposite V-ups. So what you're gonna do, hands are coming back behind you and then feet are out. And then what you're gonna do, opposite hand to opposite leg, try to keep your arm in a straight line, your leg in a straight line, and it's just your core doing all the work. So what it's gonna look like, and you can join along, is going up and back, up and back. So we got 20. So try not to use the momentum, and you're just really using your core to squeeze everything up here. And we have 10 more. Here for 9. Stay strong. 8, arms straight, legs straight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring your knees back into your chest. Give your lower back a little bit of a massage. Deep breath in and out here. All right, last final exercise before we bring everything down. So these are called penguins, really working into the sides again and just overall great for your posture, for your decompression. So knees over heels, and then your hands are side to side, and you're really gonna have to squeeze your core in and then reach your hands over all the way to one side to keep your toes, or to hit your toes, bring it back to center, and then other side, reach for your toes, bring it to center. So you can just start to alternate that way. And also the goal is you don't want to lift your chest too far up. You want to keep your shoulders and chest as close to the ground. So it's just your side obliques working, really getting in that side crunch. So we have 10 more here. Here for 9, here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go for that nice supine twist. So right knee in, left leg out, right knee over across your body. Try to bring both shoulders closer down to the ground, and you can look over to the right, opening up that chest. Bring the right knee in. And then you're actually gonna come into a supine tree pose. So you're gonna bring that right foot into your left thigh and just allow your hips to come down. If you're feeling like you've had a lot of blocks in your hips, maybe near your sacral chakra or even solar plexus chakra, go ahead and place your hands just in the really center of your body and really try to affirm to yourself that you are feeling free, you are feeling that bliss, that abundance, and that power in this area. If you're feeling any tension, breathe into it. And every time you exhale, really imagine that you're completely letting everything go here. Bring that right knee back in. You're gonna squeeze that right knee towards your armpit. Big squeeze, and exhale out. This time, left knee in towards your chest. Give it a big squeeze and bring it over across your body. Big stretch. And this time, look over to the left. Both hands can be out into a T, or you can use that hand to support your knee coming down. Squeeze your shoulder blades down. Feel that entire twist in your body. We have 6 different movements of our spine. We have forward fold, back bend, we have a twist to each side, and then we have a lateral bend to each side. It's really important to get all of those different bends of the spine throughout the day, multiple times a day. Squeeze your core to bring the foot back in, and then supine tree pose on this side. So left foot coming to right inner thigh. Again, you can take your hands maybe to the same area as before. Maybe you have one on your heart. Maybe you even have one on your head, or maybe your throat, gently touching it. Wherever you feel, you just need a little bit more of a release, a little bit more flow. And your body has all the answers if you tune in, if you allow, your body will tell you. Once you build that awareness muscle, it's almost like you're able to do a constant scan of your body, almost like it's programmed a part of you. And by doing something consistently, you are working that muscle, you're creating a habit, you're literally creating a new neural pathway in your brain, which is allowing you to create that programming. And why not focus on creating the good programming that we want, that's gonna make our lives more free. Gently take that left knee, squeeze it in towards your chest, big, big squeeze. And then you're gonna open it up towards your armpit area on the left side. Big breath in. Release, let it go. And this time both knees come in towards your chest. You can grab for the back of your knees first and just start to slowly pull them out, rock side to side. And if you have a more advanced level of happy baby in your practice, you can grab for your toes. Really try to keep squeezing your knees down and open, and then maybe opening up, straightening out one leg and then the other, and really exaggerate with your happy baby here. Take any other movements you need, and then bring your knees back into your chest. Take a really big full body stretch, and then just like a snow angel, you can let your arms come to your side, feet come out as wide as they need to, hands can be up or down, and start to let go of any breath you're holding on to, and start to get deeper into your body scan. Deep breath in, maybe wiggle your shoulders below, opening up your chest, maybe tipping your head even further back. At whatever time you're doing this, you're opening up through your throat, and really allow this to embody yourself, speaking more of your truth, opening up in whatever way. If anything's been holding you back, this is your time to really come into permission. It's all about allowing, right? Because we're looking for permission, but this is your chance to really say yes. This is me, and I'm going to be me. I'm going to open up in any way I can. Take a scan of how your body feels right now. At the beginning of class, we talked about how movement is amazing because when you allow yourself to feel every part of your body, you're really turning it on. You're turning on the muscle groups, the muscle areas, the joints. That literally unblocks different parts of your body, so you're able to take that with you throughout your day. Whether that might be a better posture, whether that is less lower back pain or less knee pain, or maybe that's even allowing yourself to speak your truth a little bit louder and feel more free. Sometimes we take so much of it in our head, and we forget that we have to feel things in our body and release things in our body. It can't just be in our head. So with that, start to bring some movement back into your body. Maybe rock your head side to side. I like to bring myself onto my heels and then just rock my knees side to side like windshield wipers. And you can gently come onto your favorite side. Just take a second and place your hand down on the ground to really ground and feel the earth. Give thanks to the floor, the ground, the space that's supporting you in your practice. It's such a blessing to be able to be here right now and do this. And gently push yourself up into a seat, keeping your eyes closed. Open through your chest. Inhale, arms come all the way up, palms to touch. Exhale, slowly bring your hands down to your chest, your heart center. Breathe in and breathe out. Thank you so much for joining in class today, for experiencing movement fusion, for breathing, for moving, and committing this time to yourself, for opening up the spaces in your body that need to be opened. Namaste.